In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at the conditional loop again, the while loop. And we're also going to look at how to kind of use these things to make a bit of a game. This is a game of rock, paper, scissors. So I'm going to take a few minutes here to describe what's going on. We really only need two variables, the computer choice and the user's choice. And we're going to use integers. So instead of using strings for R, P, and S for rock, paper, scissors, we're going to use integers 1, 2, and 3. So 1 would be a rock, 2 would be paper, and 3 would be scissors. We generate a random number for the computer's turn. So there's a random number that's between 1 and 3, and we turn that into an integer, and then we store it in computer choice. This loop, or this code right here, is a while loop that's set to true all the time, which means this is an infinite loop. It will go on forever and ever and ever and ever, but we're going to fix that in a few minutes. So first thing we do is, what would you like to play? We ask the user, do they want to play rock, paper, or scissors, and type 4 to exit. We don't have the code to exit yet, but we're going to add that in a minute. The user makes a choice, and we store that in user choice. And then all of these are all the 9 possible scenarios. So if the user and the computer both choose 1, then we'd say it's a tie. We have options for if 1 and 2 are selected, 1 and 3, 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 1, 3 and 2, 3 and 3. So all 9 possible scenarios in the game. And then we output what happens. Either it's a tie, or we output you chose rock, computer chose paper, so computer wins, and all the different things that could happen. When we run this, it will go forever and ever and ever. The other thing that will happen is each time you go to generate that new number, or each time you go to play again, the new number won't be generated. So it's important to understand what things belong in the loop. If I keep this random number generator out here, then every time you play, the computer's turn will be the exact same, and that's no good. So instead, we'll put it right in here, so it's actually inside of the code. The other thing we need is this exit clause. So as I said, this loop will go on forever and ever and ever. We want it so that if they type 4, then it will exit. So I'm going to add a little else statement in here. So I'll write else if the user's choice equals 4, then I'll write you have chosen to exit. Goodbye. And this won't actually exit. So what I need to add is a little break command here, and that's what will actually take us out of the loop. So if I do a break there, it will actually take us out of the loop, and it will leave the program. So we now have the 9 possible scenarios, and then also the 4th option if we choose to exit. So if I run this program, let's say I select paper. It says you chose paper, computer chose rock, so you win. Let's say I choose scissors. Tie, so we both chose scissors. And then the other option, if I choose 4, then it will tell me you've chosen to exit, and goodbye. So this is sweet. This is running a rock, paper, scissors program. I'm just going to close all these windows here. It's got an option to exit. The other thing you might want to add now is some scoring. So let's say we add a variable here for score. We're going to set that. It's usually a good idea to set score to 0. And then any time that the user wins, so here we have you win. So we'll make score equals score plus 1. This will increase the score by 1 point. And I can grab that chunk of code and just copy it wherever I need it. So right here, the person wins as well. We'll keep our spacing nice and clean. They win here as well. Nope, just kidding. That's where the computer wins. So right about here we go, right down here. There's 3 possible times where they would score. And then we can have an output. So every time you run through the program, we could say your current score is, and that would output score. So we've got score outputted now. If we run this, we should have a nice little game here that's playing rock, paper, scissors, keeping score, that's looping all the way through, giving the user the chance to exit. Let's say I choose paper. Tie, you both chose paper, so my score stayed at 0. Let's go with paper again. The computer wins. And try to run this until I actually win here. There we go. So I chose paper, computer chose rock, so you win. And then my score went up by 1, and that would continue. I'll do it one more time. I'll just try to exit. You've chosen to exit. Goodbye.